wait a little bit for more people. We will give 5 minutes to people to join. Already 7 participants, but main idea, of course, is to record this video after we will publish this at YouTube, and everybody can watch this later, so it's no need to have thousands of people at If you will have any questions, feel free to ask these questions. Today we have in English language. After this we will have a meet in Russian-speaking community of crypto loaders. They have a very nice podcast that called What's About Cosmos, and there I will speak in Russian language, and also we will organize in Russian language in the chat of CryptoBase about PHMN, about decentralized validation, about the process of the decentralization of the governance of the post-human validator. And I think that we are in front of really huge changes, and I want to explain why. Because never before decentralized networks validated by the decentralized validators. And all validators that we know are centralized validators. And of course, post-human for now is also very centralized validator compared to our vision, how it need to be. But post-human validator became much more decentralized than any other validator. Since several days, since we created decentralized autonomous synchronization. So I will share several documents with you, and will explain some important moments for the community. Sharing screen. So, friends, this is Medium, and this is the news. Post-human decentralized autonomous synchronization is created. We are going by our roadmap, and we also can find at the Medium tokenomics and more, and we can see the roadmap. It's somewhere here, tick, roadmap. Yeah, and Q1 2022, we created Juno PHMN liquidity pool, and we can see this pool at the Juno swap. We can see the liquidity. We are number 7 by the liquidity at the Juno swap. And we have really great results. Why we have really great results? Let's watch the history of our web, of our community by the photos. And if we will go down, we will see that at the beginning, at the March of 31, kind of 4 months ago, one Juno was 23.2 PHMN. We remember that the Juno was much more bigger in the price, but what we have now? Now if we will try to swap Juno for PHMN, for the one Juno, we will get only 0.49 PHMN. It means that now one PHMN, it's a 2 Juno. This is, I think, really great result for the so short time as the 4 months, and we even create very good dashboard with the help of the community, of course, and we are glad that we are so community-driven validator, and that a lot of people, not only from the core team, contribute to the development. And we can see the main stats of the PHMN token. This is our max supply. We can't create more than this amount of the tokens. You can, it's a trustless, it's written in the code, in the contract of the PHMN token. Current supply, it's a 53,000, and this quarter we will add 4,000 token more, and we will distribute them among the delegators and among the holders of PHMN. Some people don't really understand. Yes, at quarter two, we distributed 3,000 PHMN among the delegators, and now it's quarter three, 22. We launched decentralized autonomous synchronization, and we will make a stake drop of 4,000 new PHMN token for individual delegators and PHMN holders. Who is the delegators? We understand how to prove that you are the individual delegator. You are not the foundation, and you delegate to POSTHUMAN validator, and we can see the transaction in the blockchain that you are delegated to us. So who is the PHMN holder? It's a person who holds PHMN. If PHMN just only at your address, are you holder? We can't really know. Maybe yes, maybe no. If you just hold your PHMN at your address, any moment, even don't say without any transaction from your own address, you can go here and exchange PHMN to Juno, to Ro, to the Atom, to any token. So when person just have it on the address and don't transfer, and it's not means that person can't change PHMN for any other token. So we need some proofs who is the PHMN holders. And we think we have such understanding. It needs to be proved by the transaction in the blockchain that we can see that the person really interested in the holding of PHMN, not a person who want to sell it, who want to manipulate somehow. For example, try to buy a lot of PHMN before the stake drop, get the stake drop after sell it. This is not good for our tokenomics. And this is not in the interest of the delegators and people who want to govern the POSTHUMAN validator. Why we want to decentralize the governance of the POSTHUMAN validators, and for what we do this? Because we think that we are changing the game, we are changing the POS. So all the rules, as our opinion, not really decentralized. We think that decentralized networks must be validated by the decentralized validators. Why we think like this? Because small group behind the validator, it's a kind of threat of the centralization. And just look for now for the POSTHUMAN validator in the big scales. Yeah, this is the list of the networks that are validated by the POSTHUMAN. Yeah, and it's a big amount of the networks. Let's watch to the some other contributions as the ABC reliers. POSTHUMAN validator for now support this IBC reliers with Gravity Bridge, this IBC reliers with Firma Chain, this IBC reliers with Osmosis, with Fetch, with UMI, with Juno Network, with SafeChain, with Chihuahua, with OmniFlix, with Odin. And the amount of this IBC reliers is grew up and grew up. Why it's so important? Let's watch at the map of the zones. All of these networks, all this internet of the blockchain can exist only when validators create these connections. For example, we can click on the osmosis and we can see that osmosis connected for so many chains. Yeah, and but let's look for some other. We can click Bostrom and we will see that the Bostrom connected not so for many chains. We can click on the asset mantle and for example, and we see that asset mantle is not connected for many chains. Of course, we can use two IBC relayers to jump from one zone to another zone, but in the interest of the internet of the blockchain, in the interest of the decentralization and moving all the Web 2 to Web 3, it's have such IBC relayers that are trustless bridges by the structure between all the Cosmos networks. And if we will look at the test nets, we will see how our Cosmos ecosystem grew up. And just imagine all these test nets will be mainnets, and we will have more test nets and more mainnets, and this internet of blockchain will grow up. What will be if post-human validator will shut down all the machines in all these chains and stop to provide all these bridges? It will be really harmful for the Cosmos ecosystem. And now, if we will watch on the team, we can say, okay, these people, they have names, surnames, we can find their GitHubs, their Telegram. We know who is these people. They are responsible. But these people can die in the accident, or these people, anything can happen. Yeah, and behind the most of the validators, it's even not the 6 people. So if we will look at the mean scan and watch on the validator list, we will understand that behind most of the validators, it can be 1 or 2 or 3 people. For example, validator Sika, we very love this validator. And it's a Sani Agrawal and Dev Oyoha. And it's a 2 person behind the validator Sika. And validator Sika make great contributions to the Cosmos ecosystem. And we really love these people. But what will be happens if they will fly in the airplane and accident with the airplane because they go from one conference to another conference? So to prevent such threat for the security of the whole Cosmos ecosystem, we need to decentralize the governance of the validator. Who needs to control the validator? Validator needs to be controlled by the community of delegators, because those who delegate to the validator need to have the possibility to control this validator. What does it mean? It means that exist 2 kinds of validators, and we will say it's your validator and it's not your validator. Who is the not your validator? Not your validator, it's a validator of your friends, or it's a validator of the centralized exchange, or it's some validator that you delegate. You get reward for the delegation, but you can't decide for this validator. You can't change the name. You can't choose the network to which new network will be validated. You can't tell, let's leave the network. You can't control the commission. What is your validator? Your validator, it's a validator where you can make a decision. When you can say, I want to change the name, I want to change the logo, I want to change the commission, I want to join new network, I want to leave old network. This is your validator. How we can implement this decentralized governance and give possibility to our delegators to govern validator through the decentralized autonomous synchronization. we call it not organization, but synchronization. Synchronization, it's a kind of organization, but that is created in the process of synchronization. So synchronization for us, it's not the process. Synchronization, it's an analog of organization. Just we are synchronized. And we can now create proposals. And these proposals will change something in the validator. So those who hold their PHMN in the DAS, they are really holders. I don't know, do I have this? We will go. So this is the user interface of the post-human decentralized synchronization. Even if we can see here stake tokens or unstaked tokens, it's not means that you are stake, because it's not a staking. Staking, it's when you prove with your stake that you are secure the network, don't sell your tokens and get the reward. You don't get any reward for the staking of the tokens, because to be true, it's a problem of user interface, and we just need to change this button from stake tokens to hold tokens. People can hold or maybe lock their tokens in the decentralized autonomous synchronization. And if they lock their tokens, they don't get reward. They get possibility to vote. And we can see how many tokens now holded in the decentralized autonomous synchronization of post-human. We see how many tokens not holding, but on the hands of the people who can sell it any moment. And we see how many tokens in the liquidity pool, all the stats taken by from the blockchain. But we are glad that 51%, more than 50% already is held in the decentralized autonomous synchronization, so we can make proposals and make some decisions. What's about decisions? Yeah, this is also important moment that we can't, at first we spend for now only 20% of income of the post-human validator to the liquidity of PHMN token. Why we don't send 100% of income? At first, because we can't solve next questions, where we will rent all the servers. So if you will see, here is a lot of networks, and all infrastructure for these networks based on the different data centers all over the world. Some of these data centers in Canada, some of them in Finland, some of them in Germany. We are really looking for the solution to move all our infrastructure to Akash network, to keep it on the decentralized cloud servers, not on the centralized data centers. And it will be also the big step that will help to community to govern this question. But until we have this infrastructure on data centers, somebody needs to pay for these data centers. And for now, payment, monthly payment for all infrastructure, it's more than 2,000 euro. So part of the income of the post-human validator, we need to send to data centers to pay. For now, if we will look at the team, the Albert is responsible for this. So part of income of the validator can't go for now to liquidity of pool liquidity PHMN Juno, because we sent part of this income to Albert, and Albert pay for the infrastructure in the data centers. Also, part of the liquidity of profit we sent to Vova. Vova, it's our blogger, and he's crypto enthusiast, and he create a cool and great video. And he making editing of the video, and I can show you Vova, for example. This is the channel, and you can click on the some videos, and here is the Vova, and he shoots these videos, he edits these videos. We can see that it's a lot of videos, and he make also such guides, for example, how to install Cosmos Station wallet and use it. And he makes such educational video of what's like a crypto-based school. And he make a lot of video contact guides. And of course, it's a 4 o'clock. It's a big channel. And we have our own playlist. And on this playlist, we have already 46 videos with a lot of views. And all these videos are about education, what is the crypto, and so on and so on. And we speak also here about decentralized solutions, and we translate it on the English language, and so on and so on. It will be nice if you will watch this video to be more familiar with the different ways of the decentralizing of validators. So this person needs to eat, this person needs to pay for the electricity, so part of the profit go to Vova. Part of the profit go to the Valentin, because now he is creating, again, if we will return to this YouTube channel, we can see that we make every week meet together with the community of Cosmos Russian speakers community. And if we will see, it's already 30 weeks. It's weekly meet. Our first meet, you can see the Valentin even without beard. You can look more and more. And Valentin edit these videos, do these videos. And these videos help to the whole Cosmos ecosystem. And we speak here not only about the post-human validator. We speak about all projects around the Cosmos ecosystem. Yes, this is in the Russian language, and we have a very good results, because now we have a big Russian-speaking community with 3,600 active members. You can see in the 2 days will be new video and voice chat where we will speak. It's a very alive community, and so on and so on. So part of the income goes to Valentin. And if we will not send this to Valentin, who will support all this activity? And Evgeny and Daniil, they are developers. And for example, when we can go and look to the 1 second, like Medium, and we can see first snapshot of delegators is made. And we can see that for every of the network exists snapshot. We can click on the Cosmos network and see the list of our delegators, and so on and so on, and who will get it. And this is the working with the big data. Evgeny, he's the student of economical security, and he's very enthusiastic and nice, and he do a great job. And he helped to make all this distribution of PHMN among the all delegators happen. So also part of income goes to him, and Daniil also get part of income. As you can see, we now have a beautiful web page. You can go to the for delegators. You can choose any network. You can see where we have restake. You can directly click restake, and you go, and very easy delegate to the post-human validator with restake, and get not only reward from the network, but also get a PHMN, and so on and so on. So when we will have the kind of treasury, and we can create the proposal, this work will be done by this person. let's spend some our treasury to incentivize person to develop the posthuman validator. And but while we don't have the treasury, while we don't have the some funds that is controlled by the delegators to pay for the infrastructure, to pay for the creating of the content and education, we can't spend more than 20% of income to the PHMN, but we won't. Also, you need to understand that we have not only interest in the making money, we have the charity, and we support different initiatives from the educational about Cosmos ecosystem, and you can see this Cosmic Academy, and as the result you can see 1 second, we will go like here. This is the 10 lessons of the Cosmic Academy. What is the Cosmos ecosystem and how to use like main tools of the Cosmos ecosystem, and so on and so on. And even you can switch on the Spanish subtitles, because we have now not only English speaker and Russian speaker, we have even English speaking subtitles. So we spend part of income for the education for the people, and you can see how many good comments, and you can see how many people are really glad that they can get this free education. And part of the profit goes on this charity. One other part goes to the football, because also kids football club in the Estonia. You can also visit the webpage, back to safety. I think that they have some problems with with the SSL certificate, their web page. But if you will look at the team, the Albert, or not only full stack developer, he is the also football trainer, and they have a sport club for the kids, and also son of the Albert play in this football club, and we support this club. We spend some profit, and the main, I think, it's our Sputnik Foundation, because we are trying to change the world not only in the digital way, but in the material world. And in the Nigeria, we have at first we have the official even certification in Nigeria. You can see this is the Nigeria. It's not a digital country, and you need to post such information in the main page. This is the governance of Nigeria. As you can see, not really developers, military people, or very religion people. But even in this situation, we find the place, and this place looks like looks like this, and we rent this place and make in this place some preparations. And now we buy Raspberry Pi 400 kits. We buy the screens, and this is the computer and the keyboard. And now people on Linux can get education. This is now the team, you can see. And you even can speak with the real people about this. Joseph, he is very active, also member, and that's why we know each other. And here you can see how it developed. And of course, sometimes it's like a payment for the generator, because sometimes it's a problems with the electricity in Nigeria. But we give free access to the people for the internet and for the computers. And this is the part of our spendings. It's not the only one place in Nigeria. Now we try to open second in Jos and Lawrence. You can know him. He is also active member of our community. We rent such place and we start to rebuild it. And now this place looks like this. We are now in the problems because the price on the crypto goes down. And when the price on the crypto will grow up, we can spend more rewards to buy the computers and everything. Now we are working with this place. And also Asa today with us, Asa from Sri Lanka. We are also looking for the new spaces. And you need to know in the Sri Lanka now it's very hard times. They have a kind of the revolution and it's very hard to buy something there or to send there. But we are looking for the possibilities and also, for example, look for such place and we will find a good place for such alternative like for the digital school, where the people will have a free access to the computers, to the internet, and for their own future. They can become developers, designers, front end, or I don't know, even play GameFi. This is the nice solution for such countries like Nigeria or Sri Lanka, when people will stop to be in the economical slavery and start to be a part of this digital evolution, digital transformation, digital changes. So until we have such responsibility, we can't send 100% of income to the PHMN Juna liquidity pool. But we are do it step by step. And now we create this decentralized autonomous synchronization. Why we think that it will be so successful? At first, for people, it's much more better to delegate to their own validator. So we just cut the border between delegators and validators. Now every delegator of post-human validator can be a validator because you can hold your PHMN in DAS and you can decide the development of the post-human validator. Second, the networks, they will choose validator for the network. Who they will prefer? Validator who can turn off the machine by the will of one person or small group, or validator who will work all the time and the only big community decentralized all over the world by the some proposal can turn off the machine. Of course, networks will choose the decentralized validators because the governance of the decentralized validator, it's a sub-governance of the network. And in the network, it's in the interest of the network to have big active community of the people who already have an experience of the governance of something. If our delegators became validators and can decide for the development of the validator, they also can participate in the governance of the network and make a good steps. And it means that this group will do everything in the interest of the network. Because we understand if we validate some network, if we contribute for the development of such network, we are, as the validator, have bigger profit. It's in our interest. So we are involving delegators in the process of the governance of the validator and the networks. And this is brilliant and amazing as for us, for validator, as for delegators, because they became a part of the validator, as for the networks who are interested in the development. So because of it, we think that the future totally for the decentralized validation of the decentralized networks. And we can't give the full control of the validator for the some delegators for now. Why? Some of our delegators not really for here to govern the network, not here for govern the validator. They come to earn money, to make funds. And if we will give such power for the people who are just want to buy and sell in the short term, what they will do with our validator and with everything that we already do. They will sell it momently for the fiat money. Oh, PHMN now have a price $10. Sell it, sell it. They even don't understand that the PHMN will have price 10 times more, 100 times more, and so on. Depends of and the price is always grew up, and we can see it. But people who are thinking in the short term, they don't understand it. They ready to sell when they have X2, X5. And we are really thinking about X thousands, X 10,000s, X millions. So it means, imagine next situation. The injective protocol have 30 validators. Yeah, let's go to the min scan and watch, for example, injective protocol and A, B, C, D, E injective. And we can watch active set 30 validators. And moreover, 4 of them, it's a node of injective protocol. So injective protocol, and if we will look at injective protocol, with their capitalization, market capitalization, 93 millions. We, as the posthuman validator, have 27 nodes. And these 27 validators, we have not in the one chain. We have in 27 different chains. So when we will decentralize the governance of the posthuman validator, we can understand that we will be more value than injective protocol. And if we will look now for the stats, and we will look at the market capitalization, our market capitalization is just 500,000 because we are still centralized. But when we will be decentralized, can you understand how big will be this amount? Yeah, we can think that if we want to compare with something like this, it can be like this. And we can see the injective 1.44, posthuman token 857. Yeah, and they have total supply 100 millions, max supply 100 millions, but we have max supply less than million. We have 131,000. So friends, just you need to understand, we exist as the posthuman validator only 4 months. We are the kids. We are small kids. We just start our journey. And of course, for such short period, we can't create something what we want. But we are go step by step. And we can see that we are going by the roadmap. And we will distribute NFTs for our individual delegators. And 4,000 in this quarter. Next quarter, we again will distribute. And we are planning to do it 8 years, up to 2030, until we get max supply. But after we will add liquidity. But I think at this moment, and much more earlier, we already will send 100% of income to PHMN. And here is, we will have the treasury, and we will have new, of course, interface. We will create proposals, join new network, change the commission, change the economics model, change the governance model, create new committee. We will really govern the validator. We will together with you on the one level. We will be peer-to-peer. It will not be understanding of the who is the core team, who is the not the core team. We want to be on the peer-to-peer level with the people who is interested in the development of the Web3, in the interested in the acceleration of the process of decentralization and interested in the changing this world and making this world better place, not only for us as individuals, but for all others, because it's all in our own interests. Because if I live very good life, but around me a lot of poor people who ready to kill for the money, my life will be hell. When I want to live good, I need to understand that the people around me also live good. And nobody want to kill each other because of the low level of education, because of the economical slavery, or because of the low cultural, psychological skills that don't give to this person to participate in the community. So we need to close the needs of the our social needs to feeling ourselves a part of something that is bigger than we. Our economical needs, that we understand that we have what to eat, we have the funds for the self-education, we have the funds for the high-quality life, and our psychological and cultural needs. When we understand that we are in the safety around us, happy people, we are happy too, and we are building together something really great. This is what we need to think about, and if we will get it, this is the biggest value. Because in such conditions, we even don't need really money. Because when around us the people and community who are ready to help us in any problems, for what I need money? I just ask help, people help. People ask me to help, I help. When all people are supporting each other, we even can think about more high value things than economical things. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask any questions, and I am ready to answer. Feel free to turn on camera or to turn on mic. Maybe Asa want to tell something as the person who represent posthuman in the Sri Lanka and the person who helped for many people and the person who is really interested in the development of the digital and material world. Or
Hello.
Hello, Asa.
I'm not sure about my internet connection because we had very poor internet connection last couple of weeks. Am I audible first?
Yes, I hear you really good. So
That's great
for now it's
because
nice.
because the government has limited, I guess, the bandwidth. Because of that, I can't access the online meeting or anything because the bandwidth is very low. So I hope it's a good day because I'm audible. So I have a little question. As I heard a couple of days ago, we have ambition to create another pole like post-human atom. So I want to know what's the reason behind that, and I personally think that will be good because it will keep the more stable price on the pool, and I think you have the same idea. Or I really want to know the reason behind it.
Yeah.
That's my
So for
question.
now, PHMN token, or Asa, you can turn off microphone to don't have echo. So for now, we have only one liquidity pool with Juna. And why? Because we have the difference income from the different chains, and we collect income from and in some chains we have big income and some very small. So that you understand the income from the Chihuahua chain or Cerberus chain, it's like $1 or something like this. It's a really small amount. So we validate this network. We spend more to validate these networks than we get from this network. Because the price is too low for now for Chihuahua or to Cerberus. So no reason to create such small liquidity pool with every token, because in some pools liquidity will be like a $50 or something like this. So much more reasonable to collect from all the chains and create good liquidity pool like we now have more than $100,000. So if we will look at the Juno swap, we will see that the buy liquidity only pairs like Juno Atom, Juno Raw, USDC are bigger, but the liquidity of Juno PHMN more than the liquidity of the Juno Secret Network, Juno Stars together. So if we collect several liquidity together, it will less than the Juno PHMN. Yeah, and we are now number top 7 on the Juno network. So this is the good liquidity that gives to possibility to don't have this crazy spillage and prevent any speculations. But in the one moment we understand that if we have the big income from the one of the network, we can send the income from, for example, if it will be Cosmos, it will be atoms, and we will say from all chains we send liquidity to the Juno PHMN pool, but from the Cosmos we send to the Atom PHMN pool, and we will have 2 pools. And of course, the arbitrage and sending will make the prices more near, but we will have 2 different pools. After we can look at some other network and tell, oh, in this network we have big income, so we can create a special pool with this income. Whole idea, it's, S&P 500, yes, such index coin, when the people take the first 500, the best stocks. The PHMN now, it's a kind of S&P 30 blockchains, yes, blockchain 30s, because we could take these tokens from the part 20% of income from the 30 different networks and send it to the liquidity of PHMN. So PHMN really could show the prices on these networks that we are validated. And this is the next step to create such index tokens. And PHMN already kind of this index token that have difference in what? As usually index have the equal parts of every stocks, and we have different parts because in some networks we have more income, in some less. If we will send the equal amount from all networks to the PHMN token, it will be real index token for the many networks in the Cosmos ecosystem. And I think maybe it will be not PHMN token. PHMN will be governance token, but maybe we will create second token that will be index token when our community will be more involved in the process of the governance, because the main idea is make post-human validator decentralized and governed by the community of the delegators. And it will mean that our validator will be unstoppable and trustless. And for this, we need to create a lot of smart contracts, that these smart contracts will be not on-chain, but in-chain, that they can take the income, exchange income by themselves, send it to liquidity pool. Because now I do it manually, and it's my reputational risks, and I do it by my hands, swap, and I want to liberate myself from this. I don't want to be the slave of the community. I want to be a peer-to-peer with other people. That smart contracts do everything for me. This will be the best solution. I hope I think I answer even more than on the question about other liquidity pools with PHMN. Yeah, but we are thinking about creating over it.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's very what called. You have explained it very well. Thank you very much for answering it.
Thank you, Asa, for your involvement. You help so much, and in our English-speaking community and in Sri Lanka community, and all you do for the Sri Lanka and all your cares. It's so important because in this case we understand you are the person who is caring, and this is, I think, a very important skill for all of us. Friends, maybe you have any other questions, feel free to ask. I hope I already was telling about the most important things, but maybe I forgot to tell something important, or something maybe not really clear. If no more questions, thank you very much, friends. I really glad that you are visit AMA online, but we of course will put this record in the public access, and everybody can watch this AMA and after maybe ask questions in the Telegram group. Thank you very much. See you soon.
See you.